I've just got a question though. Okay, so how do Seahawks play basketball? They don't have thumbs.
This is the worst start ever. Did we mention your notes app yet or not?
I don't think so.
Was that brought up? No, because it started. Sorry, did that spike really loud?
Yeah, a little bit. It's fun.
I'll sit like this. It started when we were listening to last episode.
Exactly.
So
I'm a genius.
Explain it.
I just have a lot of thoughts, so I've started writing them down. You know, that
I think
sometimes
you should specify you have a lot of thoughts, but they're never good.
some of them are good. Some of them are podcast-related thoughts. Some of them are just random thoughts. Put a mic in front of Google. That's kind of a podcast-related thought.
You want to buy a mic just for Google?
No, I've got a little lapel mic. Maybe we can just hook her up there.
Look at lapel mic.
Yeah.
Up to Google Home.
And there's another one. How far could I kick Grogu? I reckon at least 40 meters. That's nothing related, to be honest.
That's nothing related at all.
No.
But we can discuss how far we think we can kick
Yeah,
Grogu, because
later.
I genuinely think I could kick him further than you. Actually, no, because
I
you
just
used to
played
play
footy for like 10 years. So
I played footy for 1 year, so I feel like you probably got the up on me there.
It also depends on how we're kicking him, you know? If it's like a like rugby style field goal, sort of like off the little pedestal thing, you're just kicking it. I don't think I could kick it as far as if I was doing like a proper footy kick.
Probably not.
This is all like assuming that Grogu would be like willing and consenting to us kicking him.
I was under the assumption Grogu was like dead when you're doing this.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah, because then he can't.
Can't fight back.
Well, exactly.
Maybe he can't fight back, silly.
Can't fight back anyway. He's too distracted by frogs.
Frogs and stuff.
They
yeah.
weren't even frogs. I don't know what they were.
They were kind of
They're
frogs.
frogs, right?
They're
We're going to call them frogs.
Star Wars frogs.
I think though, if we're talking kicking, you win. If we're talking shooting him like a basketball from the corner three, it's still you. 2 of those, baby. Well, actually, one wasn't a corner
One
three,
wasn't
but
a-
still 2 threes.
2 threes. I'm elite. I'm elite.
Is that a career high for threes or?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever hit more than one shot in a game.
No, you've
No, I've
hit
hit-
more points than
I
that.
scored 8 points once.
Yeah,
It
same.
was a grading game. Didn't count, but
Mine counted. The team that I scored 8 against, we're playing again tonight. So
see that, Karis? Chin's going off.
cop that. Going off because I have beef with most of our team. Or why order? Anyway, welcome back to the
Anyway,
podcast.
yeah.
I wanted to start off by talking about Rango because you mentioned Rango before.
Yeah, okay.
And then instead you decided you would talk about Seahawks playing basketball. So no, I don't actually want to talk about Rango. There's nothing to say about Rango. I haven't watched it.
What do you
for
mean? There
ages.
was it was in Boba Fett. The green guy in Boba Fett.
See, this
in
is
the
why you
desert.
brought it up.
Lives in the desert.
Oh, wait.
Starts.
Are you comparing Cad Bane to
That's
Rango?
exactly what I'm doing, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Spoilers, I guess. But like, it's literally what I said in the group chat where I was like, spoilers for Boba Fett. But like, if you've avoided it completely, good fucking job.
Oh, yeah, Screen Rant does not care about spoilers.
No.
Literally,
Impossible to avoid
Like, as soon as I finished watching the episode, and I watched it like a day late, I think. I watched the episode 6, penultimate episode. And like just went on my phone afterwards, and I saw Screen Rant had posted Cad Bane, and I was like,
Legit.
how
Straight away.
are you gonna? It's been less than 24 hours, and you're posting like. I wouldn't even. It's probably not even the biggest spoiler though, because like there was bigger characters. I guess Cad Bane hasn't been live action though yet, has
It's
he?
not. No, that's probably
That's
why
it.
it was a big deal. But yeah, the fact that like I was seeing spoilers pretty much straight away, and I was like, well, this is dumb. Like, because I was late to it.
Give us a second, mate.
Because last time we recorded, I was like, I caught up a little bit, but I still was.
I think you were still 2
I
episodes
hadn't
behind.
watched the Mando episode yet, the first Mando episode, and then now there's been 2. I've come around on that.
Yeah.
Because initially, I think I said to you that I didn't like that it was so focused on other characters that weren't Boba Fett. And then the episodes were just so good that I don't
That
really
were
care.
very good episodes.
Like,
I don't care that it wasn't a Boba
Like,
Fett
they were
episode.
2 episodes of The Mandalorian, and I'm like, that's fine. Like, I think what would soften the blow is if this was just, like, set up like that at the start. Like, just set it up as if it's a Mandalorian Boba Fett, kind of like we're doing both at the same time sort of thing.
Yeah.
Don't necessarily call it the Book of Boba Fett, but I don't know how you go about it because like you've already called it Star Wars: The Book of Boba Fett. You don't want to call it Star Wars: The Mandalorian: The Book of Boba Fett, which makes sense. And I guess they want Mandalorian season 3 to be its own thing.
Yeah.
But I like the Star Wars TV show universe that they're building. I know it's still just the Star Wars universe, but
They've got a chance to uncanon the sequel trilogy.
what do you mean?
So Ben Solo was Luke Skywalker's first student.
Oh, yeah, right.
They get Kroger to choose.
Well, they're not going to. Did you watch the TikTok that Piggy sent?
I don't watch things that Piggy sends.
No, neither do I.
He usually sends them directly to me if he wants me to see it.
No, the TikTok that he sent was the fact that obviously Ben Solo was his first student. So then that means that Grogu's obviously going to take the armor, which I sort of came around on that too. Initially, I was like, yeah, of course he's going to take the lightsaber because it'd be fucking sick. Why would he not take the lightsaber? But then I realized like he's probably going to go for the armor and then maybe later go back to do Jedi stuff.
Well, it's like Disney can sell merch, you know? They're going to sell...
The other thing they could do is he could be like, I guess Anakin kind of was, but have a Jedi who's like not necessarily following all this Jedi bullshit.
You mean like Ahsoka?
Yeah, I guess actually. Didn't think about Ahsoka. Same deal. That would be better if you had he goes with Mando and then Ahsoka trains him instead in kind of like a not so much the Jedi way.
This is how to use the Force, not like this is the Jedi thing.
Yeah, not you can't love anyone because you're a Jedi. Like, fuck off. I hate that shit. That's like the worst part of Star Wars. The fact that Jedis they're like a cult. A missed call.
Is it a scam call?
I don't know.
That's something else that's in my notes app, actually.
Scam calls.
I keep getting scam calls or like scam texts, and I just want to click on the links. Like, I know the link's going to give me like all the viruses, but I'm like...
Probably.
But like, what does it actually look like? If I click on the link, is it going to take me to
They won't, though. They'll just be like,
won, or is it like...
you have to buy a $50 Google Play gift card to get your delivery.
Just pay us in Google Play gift card. It's fine.
That makes so much sense. I'm going to go down to Woolies right now and do it.
Yeah.
Overall, so what? One episode left of Boba Fett, right? Tonight.
Yes.
Cool. So, obviously you're liking it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I mean, I would like to have heard a bit more from Boba than 2 lines or 1 line in the last 2 episodes.
Would have been nice. Yeah.
But it still was. He is a titular character. It's cool.
I like what it's building into for the last episode.
Yes.
So, I'll accept it. But just this once, Star Wars.
And they're also setting up a season 2 of Boba Fett.
Correct.
Which, I mean, that's pretty obvious. It was going to happen anyway, but like, with the whole spice trade wars and like the clan wars, I guess you'd call them.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Cad Bane thing was fucking sick.
Like, he probably won't be too much in this last episode, I think. It'll probably feature right at the end of the episode.
He will be a big part of Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I think.
There was a lot. He was a lot in the Clone Wars, and obviously Ahsoka was pretty big in them as well.
So the other thing is that there were a couple of tweets saying there's some sort of end credits thing in tonight's episode. The way they worded it in these tweets made it sound like it's probably a trailer or like a tease for one of the upcoming shows, not
Kenobi?
Mando. It could be Kenobi.
Would Kenobi? No, he's dead.
So
Mando.
Mando's
This is after. Yeah,
Mando's been filmed, and so has Kenobi. They've both been filmed.
Kenobi. They said it's coming May.
Yeah.
And Moon Knight will probably have a 2-episode premiere, and then the week. If they don't have a 2-episode premiere or finale,
You were saying it lines up May the 4th, right?
Yeah. So if they do 1 episode a week, then the last episode of Moon Knight would be the 4th of May, which most of the Marvel shows have been 2 episodes for the first week, I think.
Correct.
So they would probably do that again.
Speaking of 2 episodes for the first week, just quickly, so Pam and Tommy, right? Which I've mentioned to you, it's pretty good. I think there's a 4th episode out now. They released 3 episodes to start off with.
Strange.
And because originally, when they started making it, it was meant to be a movie. And then they ended up being like...
Damn, this is 8 hours long. Shit.
Yeah, fuck, we made an 8-hour movie. yeah, when it started, not filming, but when they started like creating it and they announced the cast and whatever it was meant to be a
Pre-production and
movie. Yeah. And then it ended up getting turned into a series because I think, pretty sure it's Hulu original in America.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's really good, but I was under the impression that it was 3 episodes long, and that was it.
That's a bad
That was the
take.
end of the series. So the reason I didn't catch up on Boba Fett is because I was too busy binging that because I was like, well, I'm almost done. I have to just finish it. And then I got to the end of episode 3 and I was like, what the fuck?
Where's the rest
The
of it?
sex tape hasn't even been leaked yet. And that's the whole point of the show. And then I realized, I looked it up and it was 8 episodes. And I was like, oh, you're a fucking idiot. So it's not even halfway. But really good. Anyway, back to Boba Fett. It's either a Mando trailer or a Kenobi end credit scene. I don't think it's going to be a Kenobi trailer. Kenobi trailer probably on Super Bowl. Right?
Yeah, that's tomorrow. No, Wednesday. No,
Nope. Keep it up. You've almost got this.
Monday.
Correct. There you
Yes.
go.
Let's go. We got there eventually.
Valentine's Day.
Yes.
So I'll be spending Valentine's Day with my girlfriend, not watching the Super Bowl.
I will. I mean, I haven't got work on Monday. I got that off, so
That's good. Well, thankfully, it's during the day.
yeah.
Like-
it's like 10 a.m. for us, I think, usually.
Yeah, which is good. Because if it wasn't during the day, then
I don't think I've ever watched the Super Bowl because I've either had school or work on a Monday.
I'm at work on Monday. Still going to watch it.
I mean, you work at a store that sells a lot of TVs. I'm pretty sure it'll be on TV.
That is correct. We will have it on all of the TVs. Yeah, exciting stuff. Do you want to talk about Pokemon?
Joe Burr. Yeah, so I
Okay,
played
so
like...
you want to talk about Super Bowl?
We'll
The
go
fuck
on.
is that?
Oh, Karis is...
Is that an alarm going off?
Yeah, it's 15 minutes, I reckon.
See, no, because my headphones are like kind of
Congratulations,
quiet.
everyone. Karis has not got COVID.
Woo!
I mean, probably still got that natural immunity, but yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, it's been over a month now.
Yeah, well, it's been over a month since I had it.
Well, actually, so
I think it's been like 32 days. I'm pretty sure I'm still immune.
I didn't get the text to confirm the PCR result
You
until...
never got one.
No, I did. Like, not probably since the last podcast we recorded, I got a text saying, "Yeah, you were positive." And I was like,
Oh, they gave it to you. Yeah, they did too.
Yeah,
They texted
so,
it in like a month. Yeah,
so I
timely
did the
process.
test on the 5th of January. On the 14th of January, they said, "Yeah, sorry. This is when you couldn't report the rats yet either."
Yeah.
I didn't have a positive rat though. Karis did. So I got texted on the 14th, which was 9 days
Already after you'd isolated.
after I'd finished isolating. They said, "Yeah, so we can't do your test anymore. It's not suitable." 1st of February, dear Connor, reference a bunch of numbers. I don't know. 5th of the 1st, 2022, COVID-19 virus was detected by PCR. I was like, no shit. Like, Karis and I both got it at the same time as well. It's like, what the... Yeah,
Like,
no,
thanks.
we know we've got... We figured that out like a month ago
Yeah.
when we had all the symptoms.
I knew I had it. It's like, fuck it hell. Yeah, that's funny. Fucking COVID, man.
Let's go.
Can't live with her, can't live without her. Am I right, ladies?
Am I right, ladies?
Am I right? Anyway, do you actually want to talk about Pokemon?
Oh, yeah, so
So last time you had only just bought it.
I
You
had
played it for 30
32 minutes. I've now got 45 hours.
Holy fuck.
That's like a week.
That's pretty good. It's been a week and a half.
Yeah, so,
That's pretty good.
yeah, finished the main story,
Mhm.
finished a few of the side quests, maybe
Mhm.
like half of the side quests, I think. Got like 5 shinies.
Fuck you.
Oh, actually 6, because one of them you get given, sort of.
Yeah,
So, 5 shinies and another shiny. That's like a free shiny anyway.
dick. Well, when we spoke, I said I wasn't that keen
How long did it take you to get the game after that?
that day.
Yeah. It took
So,
all of 2 hours to go, oh, actually, fuck it.
was it that day? Oh,
It's either that day or the next
it
day.
was like the next day, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't long. I was just like, heard it's good. I'll do it. Yeah, it is good, funnily enough.
It's a good game.
I like it. I'm only about 12 hours in, only because I'm not huge on Pokemon games. I keep trying them, and I keep not enjoying them. This is the most fun I've had with a Pokemon game, but it's very grindy.
Yeah, it is.
So I find that because the 2 games I'm playing at the moment are Pokemon and 2K, and they're both very grindy games, I tend to play one for an hour and then switch to the other one for an hour and switch back. Like, that's sort of where I'm at. Or, like, not even an hour. I'll be like, oh, I'll catch fucking... I'll do this for half an hour and then I'll play one game of my career and then I'll go back. And it's like, it's just kind of what I've been doing. So I'm past... I think I'm about to do the third Lord.
Oh, yeah, so about halfway.
So I'm not like... Yeah, not heaps behind, but... Well, I'm 30 hours behind you, but that's not the point. Yeah, it's good. It's the most fun I've had with a Pokemon game because I don't really... As I said, I don't love them. I tend to get bored pretty quickly because they are very just like repetitive games.
It was the first game I played on a Game Boy. Like the first...
Mm.
When I was like 5 or 6. Maybe it would have been 2004, I reckon.
Sounds about right.
That I got a Game Boy for Christmas, but I unwrapped the Pokemon Emerald before I unwrapped the Game Boy. So obviously, like, I was a kid and I'm an idiot, but like I could figure that out pretty quickly. Like, I'm not going to get a Game Boy game without a game, you know?
Yeah, I think I did the same where I opened Mario Kart DS. And then I was like, that's weird. I don't have a DS. And then I was like, hang on a minute.
Hang on a minute.
And got a DS. Yeah, so Pokemon would have been like the third game I played on that. And it was Diamond, which is why when Brilliant Diamond came out, I was like, oh, I fucking have to play that. It's like the same game. And I got bored of it in like 3 hours. I was like, okay, this is boring.
I think after 3 hours, I'd nearly finished it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's you. I don't know. Just saying about normal Pokemon games, they're a bit too repetitive.
Maybe I'm just getting hyperfixated on things.
I really liked the mechanics on this one. Are you saying you're autistic again?
No, I'm not autistic. Technically,
Oh
I'm
my
not.
god, you are. I'm going to use it against you that you're not autistic, but you're just this close to being
I'm borderline almost.
borderline autistic.
If I did the test on a different day, I might be. Also, it's not a confirmed test. So I did the what was it called? It's
The,
an online autism
Rice
test.
purity test.
Yeah.
Do you know your rice purity score? I don't know mine.
I have no idea what it is. The Embrace Autism RAADS autism, like online autism test. It's like an indicator of whether you like might have autism or something.
Yeah, so it's not like 100% accurate.
Yeah.
I was looking for something and I found this instead.
That is awesome.
The remote control Grogu. I literally
Yeah.
saw it in TikTok and was like, yeah, I need it.
So if you get over 65 on that, you could be autistic and you should go get like, tested or something. I feel like if I'd got it at 65 or above, I wouldn't have had to. Like, there's no need for it. I don't need to get tested. Like, it's not like it would change anything in my life, would it?
Not really. I don't think.
It might give me Adderall. No, that's ADHD, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say that's not.
That you don't medicate autism.
No. But that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So apparently I'm wrong and I'm ableist.
This just in, Connor's ableist. And a sexist? Maybe? You know what's funny is you haven't made a single joke about women being worse than men on this podcast.
Wonder why. Because I
Funny
do. I'll sit
that.
on the couch.
His
tonight.
fiance's around and all of a sudden he's not a sexist. Interesting. Not a misogynistic pig.
How did that happen? What
I
a
hate-
coincidence.
So weird. Yeah, on Pokemon again, now that we've spoken about you being autistic.
Not.
Not being autistic, sorry. Yeah, fun game. I like the mechanics of it. I like that the fights don't go on too long. If you're fighting like an alpha, it's like
get
usually a
fucking
one-hit
wiped.
kill. And they just wipe you the fuck out. Also, probably my favorite feature is that if your Pokemon all die, you're
don't-
still where you
yeah,
are.
you can still like. I nearly got killed because my Pokemon all died on like the first alpha I saw, which was like a Rapidash.
Mm.
I was just like lobbing Pokeballs at it, hoping the best. Didn't get it.
Funnily enough, it doesn't work.
Got
Yep.
wiped, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" And then I sort of stood there, and I was like, "Oh shit, she's coming for me now."
And it comes for you. Yeah, I like it.
Get
Because-
on the weird end, just fucking bolt away.
Yeah, because then it means that like I've just been filling my bag with like Pokeballs and revives, and like obviously potions and berries and all that sort of shit. Because it's like if all your Pokemon die, you've got another chance. And also the best part is the alphas, if you're fighting them, they stay on the same health if you hang around them.
Yeah.
So if you hang around, you have revives, you bring your Pokemon back, you can try again from where they're at a lower point, which is good. It's because I think the biggest issue with the other Pokemon games that I had is that if you die, which for me, because I'm retarded, happens a lot, like that's it, you black out, and then you have to like walk there again, which was always the thing that pisses me off. Because in Pokemon, like traversing is kind of just walking in a line and like avoiding fucking tall grass and then stopping for a battle, and it's like fucking just monotonous. Whereas in this, it's like
Now, like hiding in the tall grass is like your best friend
legit.
because you're hiding there, like trying to catch a Pokemon before it fucking like charges the fuck at you, and you're
Yeah.
like, shit, this little fucking crab Paris thing will not leave me alone. I know you would have encountered them by now. The
What?
Paris.
Yeah,
little-
yeah. The little
They
crabs.
are. That's a
Dude.
little crab. Like it's so small. Why is it such a prick?
It's a real prick, and I like
Go
that
away.
they are like you make a slight noise near them, and they know you're there straight away. And there's like different detection rates for different Pokemon. Like some of them are dopey and like don't realize you're there. I've had some that just stand in front of you and just look at you.
Oh yeah, the sphere.
Yeah,
Like
and you're just like,
you literally stand in front of it and just like peg Pokeballs at its face.
yeah,
And the Magikarp as well. If you're in the water, they'll come up and look at you. Like you won't be near them. They'll come over to you.
I haven't even gotten to water stuff yet.
You wouldn't be far off. I think that's you have
I think
to
it's the
get
next one.
to get to the fourth Lord. You get given the water thing.
Yeah, good game, fun game.
Good game.
I also bought Dying Light, but I told myself that I have to wait until I finish Pokemon, or at least when I definitively say I'm not going to play this anymore,
Yeah.
and then I'll move on. But for now, I'm enjoying it, so I'm just going to keep at it and fucking try and finish it because it's fun.
Speaking of games, have you seen Sifu or Sifu?
Sifu, that looks
Yeah,
fucking sick.
That's getting some awesome reviews. I hadn't even heard about it until like it came out, and I was like looking at the reviews, and I was like, wow.
I'd heard of it only because I don't know if you remember the game Absolver.
Somewhat, I think I've heard
It was a very basic game, but it was, I think it was free on PS Plus 1 month, which is why we had it. But it was like a martial arts combat game.
like Mortal Kombat Injustice sort of thing, or
No, like
Like
it
a-
was the same sort of style as Sifu,
oh yeah,
but without a story. Like it was more focused on just the combat.
Splatoon.
A little bit. It was more focused on just the combat, and it
Yeah.
wasn't like 5v5 like that kind of thing. It was like you were just in an open world. Like you had missions, but your missions were basically go and fight this guy and then go and fight another guy, and you could like fight if you played with other people. You could fight them. You could turn friendly fire off, but you could like fight with them, which is fun. But that, yeah, when they announced they were doing Sifu and they were like, it's very similar, but it's more fleshed out, I was like, oh, that sounds fun. And then I didn't know when it was coming out, and then it kind of just did. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, it's out.
I saw
Cool.
like a list of reviews, like IGN, Press Start, Metacritic. They all had like, I think Metacritic was like 88%, and then IGN and Press Start were both 9.
Yeah, really good.
Nothing like saying that from IGN though; they're pretty shit. But like Press
So-
Start, I feel like Press Start's pretty like respectable in terms of how they're rating games. They will be very
They're
honest
good
and
for
accurate.
shit.
IGN, I reckon you could release a game, it can be absolute shit, but you give them 100 grand, they'll be like, yeah, this is a good game.
Yeah, good
like
game.
they're very, I feel like they're easily bought.
Oh, they are, 100%.
Fuck you, IGN.
Fuck IGN. Live on the podcast is what we say.
All
Have you
23
seen the-
viewers, listeners for the
Still impressed by that. That's still more than we expected.
go us.
Have you seen the aging mechanic from it too? It's pretty
No.
cool.
Have not
So the way
seen
it works is, because apparently it's quite hard. You have it, so you die. When you die, you've got like a death counter, and the more times you die,
I
okay.
have seen this actually. Yeah.
so each time you die, you age. And then you go back to that spot and you can do it again. And as you age, your health goes down, but your power goes up. And the more times you die, the more it builds up. So if you've died 3 times and then you die a 4th time, you age 4 years. And progressively, you just keep going until you're so old that you just permanently die. Pretty fun.
that would
Pretty cool
suck.
idea. It would suck. But the whole, like, so when you die, you start at the point you were at. So when you die of old age, you start at the point you were at when you died. So like the mission you're up to, you start there, but I think you lose all your skills. Or actually, no, maybe you do start from the start, but you lose all your skills. But you get like, if you upgrade a skill enough times, it stays there permanently. So the more times you play the game, the more skills you build up, and then eventually you can, have all the skills at the start of the game.
Which would be like relevant to like older, more powerful.
Yeah,
less
correct.
Yeah.
So interesting. Again, more fleshed out than Absolver was. I'm excited for it, but also
Not going to get it until
I have to finish Dying Light.
Yeah.
So
too many games in the bank.
Yeah, I'm trying to not play multiple because what I tend to do, and I think I mentioned this about Pokemon, what I tend to do is game comes out. If it's not something I'm like very invested in, if it's like, say like when the Suicide Squad game comes out or like Spider-Man 2, it's like I will put my whole Badussi into finishing that game. Even if I'm playing something else, that goes on the back burner and I will fucking smash that game out. With something like Pokemon, if I was to start Dying Light now, I would never go back to Pokemon, and I'd probably play Dying Light for an hour and then never play that either. And then that's how I end up just playing 2K for 400 hours every year. Because my attention span doesn't let me do more than that. So I just end up doing that every time. And it's fucking annoying, but I'm trying to queue up games, not fucking start in the middle of it. Because I do it with TV shows too. Well, I watch like 2 episodes of a TV show and then go to something else and then never go back to that old TV show. So I'm like, I just got to focus on one thing at a time. What else did we want to talk about? That.
Yep.
You want to talk about that?
I don't know. I'm really excited for it.
I'm so excited. He showed me a photo of Lego Star Wars, by the way.
Yeah. I never really played Lego games.
I do.
I mean, I have got the DC Supervillains. I downloaded that when it was free. Haven't actually played it yet because I was a bit hooked on Cricket 19 for a bit. And then Pokemon's come and taken their reins,
My thing with the Lego games, like I really like them, and that's one of the only games that's like repetitive that I actually really like, and I like doing the grind on that game. It's fun on those games.
Blue Milk Luke
with the deluxe version. Yeah, I like the grind of those games, but then the issue with most of them, even DC Supervillains, which I think from memory was the last game they released, like it kind of runs like shit. Like I'm playing it on a PS5, and I know it's not the PS5 version of the game, but like that was also running on PS4 Pro, and it looks good. They look good, but they play at like 30 frames a second. It's like, why?
They've been developing this. They've delayed this one a few times. I think they're like committed to making this one.
Good. From what I've seen, like all the footage, this looks.
It looks awesome.
Really good. It looks like it's going to play really well and look really good because it's actually a PS5 native game. So it's like, of course, it's going to. You'd assume it would have to run well. Also, it's a Lego game. Like it's not that intensive visually.
Yeah,
that's the issue with the PS4 ones is they kind of run like arse when there's a lot going on. Somehow, I don't understand this at all. But Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga on the Xbox One, running on backwards compatibility, runs better than Lego DC Supervillains.
Makes sense.
I guess because it's not as powerful. There's not as much going on, but it just it's weird. It runs like shit on the PS4, so it's really hard for me to play them, especially when I jump from like 2K, which is running really really well, and like Spider-Man, for example, and then you switch over to Lego and it's 30 frames a second. It feels really janky. But I'm excited for this new one because it'll be more of the same shit.
It'll be almost like there's been 9 movies.
Did you see in the trailer? You watched that long trailer, right, with all the gameplay in it?
I don't think I watched a really long one. I watched like a shorter version.
Okay, there's one that was like 3 minutes long or something like that.
Yeah, I think I watched like the 45-second or like a minute.
Yeah, no. Yeah. This one was like it went through all the features and like the levels and all 9 movies and all the DLC, blah blah blah, all that shit. They showed the extras menu, which is sick because they brought back like some of the old ones. Baguette lightsabers. is in the list. Wow. Yeah, so that's kind of hilarious. And yeah, all the usual shit of like big head and fucking lightsabers are sticks and galaxy
stick.
rave. Everyone dances the whole time, like dumb shit like that.
That's the thing about Lego games that like they're the movie, but there's also just like dumb shit in it.
Did you also see the greatest feature of the game? Just quickly, you can choose between voice acting and grunting. They let you choose in the options. How good is that?
That's pretty cool.
Fucking awesome. They showed it in that trailer. You can just go into the settings at any time and just switch off voice acting, and it just does like the old school grunting like they used to do in all the Lego games. Before, it was Lego Batman 2 was the first one that had voice acting. We're really going to be doing it for half an hour.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this. I'm just looking at another Star Wars game because I did a couple of weeks ago. I think we sort of touched on it.
The list of
like, the new Star Wars games.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it.
Is Fallen Order 2 coming this year?
Not this year.
So I'm just seeing some articles and it looks like it.
Although I guess
coming,
it could just
sooner
run
than
on
I
the
thought
same
it would be.
engine because they did do
a very similar engine. Yeah.
They did a PS5 version of that game.
Yeah.
So, like, it could very well just be running on the same engine. Part of me kind of hopes they would just delay it and
Make a good
make
game,
it like
good story.
Well, it was a good game, but
Yeah,
like,
but like they don't want the
put
second one to be
more-
just like a money grab. They want to make that a good game as well.
yeah, exactly. You don't want it to be fucking useless. So, yeah, I'm excited for Fallen Order. I started playing Fallen Order a little bit again a while ago.
Yeah, I want to get back into
I
that.
do really like it. I forgot it's quite hard too, but fun game. What are you showing me now?
It says
2022. Oh, so they're saying
seems very-
rumor is this year.
but that's a Lad Bible. It says gamingbible.co.uk, which is Lad Bible essentially, which is
So
not.
it's like reputable, but not. It's probably just going off like a tweet,
Yeah,
like a Reddit post or something.
someone like did some shit on Reddit. You know, they always do things over there.
People always be doing shit on Reddit, OnlyFans leaks and stuff like that. You know,
That Reddit thing reminded me. Ethan Klein,
Where are we going
H3.
here?
He going through? Keris watching a video this morning. He was going through his old videos, and when he was like reacting to things, he used to say the N word, like just reading somebody else's comment. He's going through his old videos, like trying to like get rid of stuff like that because he doesn't want that on his channel, and he's trying to edit that clip out. He accidentally edited a video with 10 million views, deleted the entire clip except the 1 second of him saying that. So he had for like a hot minute. He had a video with 10 million views of just him saying the N word.
That's not good.
No.
So he went the reverse in trying to do an edit.
Yeah, accidentally
Oh man,
trimmed the entire video, but the wrong
that's
part.
rough. That's rough.
I mean, like, obviously he didn't leave it up there for very long.
No, you'd assume.
Like he would have figured out straight away. Like, yeah, edit the video. Like, we upload.
Like,
Why is
this
it
is a
only
bad
1 second
idea.
long?
That's funny as. That's very unfortunate for him though.
And it's something that like people on Reddit would talk about. You know,
Of course.
people on Reddit like talking about things.
People on Reddit do talk about things. There
They
it is
be talking.
again. See, he's right. People on Reddit talk about things, and so do we. We talk about things.
That's why we're here, after all.
Things like Tyrese Halliburton going to the Pacers.
Yeah. King's selling everything. Don't know why.
So, because we don't have the NBA podcast anymore, or at least not right now.
No, not
we
right
want
now.
to bring it back. So,
I'm trying to get the boat moving.
yeah. Good luck. It's all right. None of them listen to this anyway. Yeah, because we don't have that. Let's talk quickly NBA stuff. Yeah,
Pretty big trade. CJ McCollum to the Pelicans.
because deadlines.
Tomorrow,
days.
Oh, tomorrow US time. So it'll be Friday morning for us.
Okay, right.
Probably like 10, 11 a.m. usually.
Yeah. So 2 more days. So this is sort of the period where literally anything could happen.
Literally anything and everything will be happening right
And
now.
this is sort of the first big one, I guess. Like, there's been a lot of smaller ones.
Yeah, there was 2 big ones. Like,
So the 2 big ones this morning, Tyrese Halliburton to Pacers, Sabonis to Kings. And then CJ McCollum, where was he going again?
he went to the Pelicans
Pels.
for
Yep.
a few people.
I can't even remember that one at all.
There were because the
Fuck.
Tyrese Halliburton one just like
overshadowed it so hard. And the CJ McCollum one is actually a big deal. Like, the Blazers are in fucking trouble at the moment, especially because Dame is going to be out of there ASAP now.
You assume, like...
Dame to Philly is looking more and more likely. Speaking of Philly, though, just quickly, I mentioned this earlier, and I don't know if you said anything to it. Do you think they're actually going to do anything with Ben Simmons?
If they've got a chance to get Dame or Harden, then yes.
They're going to try, but I don't think anything's going to happen.
Harden was intentionally held out of the game tonight, so teams don't usually do that.
Unless
they're like, they probably won't have a DNP, coach's decision.
Fuck. Imagine Ben Simmons at fucking Knicks.
That would be nice, I think.
Close. At the wrong New York team.
It's okay. So do most of the New Yorkers.
Yeah. Go the Knicks, baby. Actually, no,
Knicks, baby.
Not go the Knicks anymore. It was go the Knicks at the start of the season. It's not go the Knicks now. I don't like the Knicks.
Yeah, so CJ McCollum, Larry Nance, and Tony Snell. Tony Snell hasn't missed a free throw in 3 years, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't get a lot of minutes, and like he's just a good
free
throw
nuts,
shooter. But yeah. And then the Blazers got Josh Hart, Thomas Satoransky, Nickeil Walker Alexander, Didi Luzada, who we've seen play.
Mm-hmm.
2022 first round pick, protected, like lottery protected, and 2 second round picks.
Yeah, shit.
That 22 first round pick is really weirdly protected. So I think it's like if it's 1 to 4, it's the Hornets. If it's
I did see that.
If it's like 5 to 15, it's what's that? Blazers. It'll be now.
Yeah.
And then if it's like rest of the thing, it's I don't even know. It's so confusing.
It's so weird. I got distracted because I was looking to see when the second Mavericks Heat game is. It's next week. It's on Wednesday.
Ah.
So
what are the odds?
That's awfully convenient. I'm just going to see if it's like actually going to be on TV though. I don't know if I'll be able to find out, but I'll try. Because if it is, then
you will try.
We'll be watching it.
No, it's not. They've got Boston and Philadelphia on ESPN instead.
Oh, lame. They haven't said anything about what it's on. I don't think. Oh yeah, Boston Philly on TNT, and then Clippers Suns. So it won't be on. What is BSW Plus? What's that?
BSW. I don't know.
Because that's what it's saying it's on.
Oh yeah, so it took me a long time to figure out when the trade deadline is, by the way. It's 11 a.m. our time. No, it's not. It says February 11 AEDT. It doesn't say the actual time. What the bro?
I think BSW Plus is NBC. Anyway.
It's usually deadline. Around 10 or 11 a.m.
Something's going to happen. Part of me kind of hopes something happens with the Mavs, but I don't think they're going to change anything because it's the Mavs.
They might go for Dragic.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing they would do. I feel like if Mavs were going to do anything, they would have already done it. Simmons, they got to do something with immediately. Who else? Dame, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason for Portland to keep Dame.
No,
unless they think they're getting like Paul George or something.
He's such a valuable piece that you could get something really fucking good.
They could get like Ben Simmons and a couple of firsts for him, I reckon.
100%. I think the biggest issue with Ben Simmons is that Philly think he's worth more than he is. He's a good player. He's been playing, temper tantrum prone since he started. Yeah,
when playing, he is like able to be the best player on a top 3 seed in the East. I don't know about the West.
In the right situation, he would be good.
Ben Simmons shooting 70% from the free throw line is elite. You don't need him to shoot threes if he can hit free throws because he doesn't need to go outside the paint.
Yeah, is correct.
Whereas and if he's hitting free throws at a reliable clip, like 70% is totally reasonable. I think LeBron's like a 70% career free throw shooter.
Pretty good.
Like just over 70.
Yeah, I think that's probably the biggest thing is that Philly thinks he's worth a lot right now.
He's a defensive player of the year. Like that's how good of a defender he is. He can win. He will win deeply.
Yeah, but he just needs to be in a good situation.
He needs to be playing.
He needs to be playing somewhere that he isn't having a tantrum every day.
Yeah. And Philadelphia is just not the place. I mean, Philadelphia is like renowned for it just being such a when they love you, they love you. When they hate you, they absolutely hate you.
Yeah.
Raja Bell saying like, even when you're not demanding a trade and you're just playing bad, like the people in Philadelphia will let you know. Like he couldn't walk down to the shops without being abused if he had a bad game the day before.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Like Philadelphia
It's like
is
that's such a bad atmosphere if you're not a good player. If you're like Joel Embiid, then like
yeah, but Embiid will have a bad game one day and they'll just like turn on him because they're all
100%.
psychopaths.
yeah. Imagine being like on the Lakers though. You could probably kill someone and they'd still like you. Just don't be Westbrook. Yes.
Yes.
Just don't be Westbrook.
No, just
That's
don't
all
be-
you have to do.
No, he'll turn it around.
Poor Westbrook.
Post All-Star game, Westbrook is different.
He'll
Everyone does it every
be good.
year. People do it every year. They're like, Russ sucks. Russ is ass. And then he goes at like 20, 20, and 20 for the last 2 months of the season. Everyone's like, oh, Russ is actually pretty good.
He's been good this season. It's just that the Lakers are a good team on paper. They just don't gel
no,
properly, like at all.
they need shooters around
Yeah.
LeBron and AD.
Because
not
who'd they play the
not
other day?
Sasha.
I think it was the Knicks.
Knicks, and then went to like overtime.
It
or
should
something.
not have been as close as it was. On paper, you look at that, it's like you should be fucking dominating them.
They have guys who have won Defensive Player of the Years. They've got MVPs. They've got
Yeah.
They've got two different guys who won MVPs. They've got a guy who was a scoring leader for like a couple of seasons in the NBA. They
Exactly.
got a guy who led the league in blocks for a few years and blocks and rebounds. Like I think he's like that's being Dwight right now. He was like I think he was second in rebounds for 2010 to 2019,
crazy.
like that 10-year period.
It's nuts.
Like they've got a seriously
You
talented.
have
person.
such a good team. And the
suck
way you can
ass.
say that is like, you play as the Lakers on 2K. Great team.
Yeah.
You'll fucking dominate. But in real life, they're shit. But then at the same time, like the Bulls, on paper, shouldn't be as good as they are. And they're fucking awesome. But it's like they just gel really well together.
Yeah. It's
Part of
about
the problem is probably just...
chemistry, you know.
Yeah, it's about chemistry.
Building team
DeRozan
around
is
each
a
other.
good team leader. And they needed that. And now they've got that. And they're playing really good. Yasif will just appreciate me talking about the Bulls. I think he listens. So
Oh, Yasif.
I hope you're listening, Yasif. Go the Bulls.
But the Mets, baby. Let's go with the
What
Mets.
else did we want to mention?
Fruit platters.
I think it was... You're talking about fruit platters.
No, I don't know why it's still on my
Why
list.
would you say that? I kind of want a fruit platter now.
Hey, Google, order us a fruit. She's not listening.
She did. She turned on.
She turned on. Hi, Google. How are you today?
Hey, Google.
Huh?
What?
There's something.
We're talking about copyright. What the fuck? That's not what we asked for.
Okay.
Okay. I want to mention something, unless you want to go first.
You go first. I've got a dumb thing to say.
No, say your dumb thing first.
So probably like a couple of weeks ago now, Australians in the Ukraine got told to get out. Like it's like the tensions between Russia and the Ukraine are getting intense, and Russia's been putting troops near the border. And I wrote down, he's Putin troops near the borders.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I've got written down.
That's it.
That's all I wrote down for that. He's Putin, like Putin, Vladimir Putin. He's Putin troops near the borders.
Speaking of poo, you sent me a message out of nowhere today just saying I just took a massive shit.
Yeah, because I did.
That's what to call you out for that one.
Yeah, I do.
He did, in fact, take a massive shit. Confirmed.
Yeah.
So, what I was going to mention is, you wanted me to talk about Kanye again.
Yes.
Okay? I'm not going to talk about Kanye for ages. He's on his shit again. He's been doing all sorts of dumb shit the last couple of weeks. No fucking surprises there.
Needs his medicine.
Now, so one of the best ones, which he's deleted the post because he's been posting and deleting all of these. I think I mentioned last time the thing about him wanting to edit his own documentary and how it was going to be like a bit
That's
biased
dangerous.
if he did. Like, it's very dangerous. So that documentary comes out in a week. Comes out this time next week. I'm very excited for it. It's 3 parts, so the first part's coming out, which people have seen.
What's it going to be on?
Netflix.
Nice.
It's a Netflix original.
Hey Google,
he
clear my
posted-
calendar. Please don't. Actually, it's a joke.
He posted yesterday, right?
Good.
Shut up, Google. He posted yesterday. I'm just finding it. So a week to go until this comes out, right? And this is Netflix. They've got a release date. They're not going to break it. So
Yeah.
basically, from the one episode that has come out, what's happened is the 2 guys who have been filming this footage since like 2002 or something, they're the ones that have directed, edited, like they've basically made this whole documentary,
Yeah.
and they narrate it because like they're the ones that have been filming this for 20 years. They've been with Kanye for 20 years filming it, right?
Yeah.
Kanye posts text messages, right? Assuming this is with the director. He posts just a random fucking post out of nowhere, messages with the directors. The director messaged him and said, "Would love for you to see all 3 of the movies." His response was, "I need Drake to do the narration." With a week to go.
That's...
He wants Drake to narrate the documentary series. Like what, you want him to fucking record the whole narration?
Kanye, my dude.
For each episode is like an hour and a half long.
Yeah, so that's going to be, with all the outtakes...
What, 4.5 hours long.
I'm assuming it would take at least, like, minimum 3 takes per, like,
It's
sentence,
just
you'd think?
so bizarre, man. It's like, I just don't understand it. And it's like they convinced him, like, to let them just edit it and be like, it's okay, we're not making him look bad. It's Kanye. Like, he already looks bad. You can't do much to... What are you going to show that makes him look worse than he already does? Like, nothing.
Gay fish.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I actually saw a TikTok about all, like, the gay fish, like, references he made, and I'm pretty sure he's in on that bit. Like, he's doing the joke, like, he's keeping the joke going, but he's, like, talking shit about South Park creators, like, all the gay fish thing, like, as you do.
It's so bizarre.
Like, there's no way it's gotten this long without someone explaining it to him, but, like, he had, like, last year, he, like, had like a gay fish like a South Park reference in one of his songs. Would have been on the album, I'm assuming.
I don't remember it.
But like, it's been too long for him to have not figured out the joke by now. So he's definitely in on the joke.
He's in on the joke. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking eat my hat though if it actually comes out in 2 weeks, because that's when it is. It's the 22nd, so it's like less than 2 weeks now.
That's pretty cool.
And he had a listening party last night with like everyone there, like Drake and Baby Keem and all the fucking, Travis Scott. Everyone was there. So I don't know, man. Could happen. It won't, but it could. But I think I said last time, I'm not believing it till it's out and I can hear it. So wait and see, I suppose. What are you doing over there?
Trying to find the actual lyric.
I could just tell you're up to something.
I'm just thinking, this is dangerous.
That is very dangerous. I'm just gonna... Should I just
Gay
stall while he
fish.
finds lyrics about a gay fish?
I don't know. I looked up.
What is there to stall?
That is not what South Park Kanye lyrics, and then the lyrics for Life of the Party, Andre 3000 and Ye.
That's a really good song.
Which came out last year, yeah?
Yep.
On Donda. I
Yep.
can't see whether
Donda Deluxe.
South Park reference was in the song, but like when you Google South Park Kanye lyrics, that's the song that's like the lyrics of that song comes up straight away.
Mm.
So there's something in that song. I'm not reading through the whole lyrics.
I can't remember. That's a long song. I've just decided I was just going to look through Instagram Explorer and see if anything came up that was like interesting for us to talk about. Instead, I've got this. So,
Sorry for my bad English.
yo, that ass fat. It's what the meme says. I'm not talking about an actual ass. Come on. That's not what I meant.
You do be canoeing.
Have they ever had these before?
No, I don't. I think the All-Star Game rings are a new thing.
That's cool.
So Dame still doesn't get a ring. Because he's not an All-Star.
CP3 finally going to get his first ring.
Yeah, so surely they'll make that retrospective? I don't know. They'll like, if they're going to do that, you'd think like...
They're not just going to give them to all the All-Stars from the previous years.
I know, they do stuff like that though.
That's true.
Like they've retrospectively given... I don't know about the NBA specifically, but I know the AFL with the Brownlow medal, they've retrospectively awarded them to some players. So like players who tied in like the 1950s or whatever.
Yeah.
Back then, if it was a tie, whoever had the most best on ground games, like 3 vote games, got it. And they've gone back and said, all right, you tied with him, you didn't get given a Brownlow then.
Yeah,
like, obviously, a lot of the players that have played that long ago aren't alive, but they've given it to their family. Like, here's a Brownlow medal for your dad because
which is cool.
He earned the medal, and it was just like a shitty system that he didn't get it for.
Yeah. I actually only learned today, I was watching a Secret Base video about Harden and Giannis. I only learned about the NBA Player Awards.
Was it the sports bet ad?
Hmm?
Was it sports bet? No, it's a NBA Live League Pass ad, isn't it? With Harden and
Oh, yeah.
Giannis.
And
Come
the guys
on,
are like in there.
Come on, Harden. Give me a step back
Come
three
on,
from
Harden.
the spot. I don't know what the spot is
Yeah.
supposed to be, but yeah.
Giannis, what are you
Where's that-
doing?
Where's that all NBA defense?
Yeah, it's fucking horrendous.
Shocking ad.
And then there's the other one where he's like, okay, thanks for coming in for your interview. We're down to the last two candidates, you and Nicola. And he's like, go Nicola. And then it
Yeah.
turns out he's watching the NBA
Yeah.
while he's in the
In the
meeting.
yeah.
And then he gets told he doesn't have it and he cheers.
Wait.
Stands up and he's wearing underwear.
Fellas, don't worry. There's nothing wrong with your stream.
Fellas, your screen's working
Screen's
fine.
right. See how quick you were to fix
Wayne
it, though?
Carey here.
Wayne Carey.
Let's just talk about ads.
I beat up my
other ones.
girlfriend.
Remember
what?
when? Remember
That's a Wayne Carey thing. That's not me, by the way. Wayne Carey.
more
domestic
like
abuser.
Wayne Kerr. That's I'm gonna edit in an applause sound there. If I remember. That's an applause, not Herzl smacking his meat.
He wouldn't be
What's
that
the
loud,
other
don't
one?
worry.
Oh, when the 2020 finals were on, and every ad break had the Big Jack ad.
Yeah.
That was like the ad. Like it would play twice sometimes because they didn't have many ads. I don't know if it was because of COVID.
burn salmon makes it three.
No, that's one of the worst ones. I'm glad I didn't see that too much. Like I saw it at work a lot, and it was never with volume, so it's okay.
We should probably start putting headphone user warnings at the start of our episodes.
What like jackass, but
Yeah.
warning.
You
This-
may get perforated eardrums from this.
You may go deaf.
Do you know when you're playing on the Switch and you got earphones in, if you turn it up all the way, it tells you to not listen to it too long?
I have seen that.
I've never seen that. I don't usually wear earphones when I was...
No, I have seen that.
Interesting stuff.
Bad. Anyway,
I think that's most of the topics we've covered today. Nothing else in...
you're right. That all the topics we talked about, we did cover. So
No, was there anything else that you had written down?
I don't think so. That's all I had. Oh, Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
Go the
big
Bengals.
Joe
Joe
Burrow.
I'm only so the reason I'm following the Bengals, I wasn't actually sure who I was going to follow, because I don't really know much about the Bengals or the Rams.
Joe
But then
Burrow.
Yasser sent me a tweet that Joe Burrow tweeted in 2013 that said, "I wish the Jamaican man in Yeezus had more parts." So I guess I go for the Bengals now.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Joe
Fuck the
Burrow.
Seahawks.
Nah, so Joe Burrow was pick one like 2 years ago, and he's gone from... I think he would be the first player to win the Heisman, an NCAA championship, and a Super Bowl within 3 years. If they do win.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, which is pretty Joe Burrow of him.
It's very Joe Burrow of him.
And he's
You know
just iced out all the time. I don't know if you look at his Instagram
Dude.
ever.
He has the best outfits.
I'm
the
pretty
best
sure there's
jewelry.
a photo of him doing the Rock. The Rock, where he wore like that high neck skivvy,
Yep.
turtleneck skivvy. Yeah, pretty sure there's a photo of him doing that.
Yeah, and he looks good.
Joe Burrow. I'm gonna message Joe Burrow on Instagram right now. Say, hey Joe, it's me, Connor from Two Beans. Just want you to know that I think you are good at football. That's gonna be it.
Sick. That's a really good message. I messaged Jacob Elordi from Euphoria.
Ah, because
Because Leah's
Leah
in
will
Byron
not stop.
Bay.
Yeah, I don't even know.
No, she's in Byron and he's still there. And so she was
I
she's not now.
don't know anything about like Euphoria or whoever the hell that was.
Oh, so he's just like an attractive man. That's all.
Oh,
That's
okay.
basically it. But he's Australian and he was in like Kissing Booth.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah, so he was in Byron Bay. Leah was in Byron Bay as well yesterday. And so she was going on about she wanted to meet him. So we all messaged him different things on Instagram. So I'll just find some of those messages. This can be the last thing we talk about. Because I've got mine pretty easily, but I think I'm going to find everyone else's because there was a few good ones. I just got to go to the chat to find them.
reckon he'll respond?
Hey Joe, it's Connor from the Two Beans podcast. Good luck on the big game, Joe Burrow. Yeah, I'm sure he will. Okay, so we had Yasser sent. Okay, honestly, could have been Yasser, could have been George. Don't know. Was one of them. Poopforia.
Poopforia.
Poopforia. 9 plus 10 is 21.
Ah, yes.
He's not wrong about that. I seen you on the TV.
That is correct.
Accurate. I said, Byron Bay, how about you, Byron, get some bitches? Right? And then Yasser said, Byron Bay, more like Michael Bay, ghost star in Transformers 7, loser. And then Yasser sent this photo of me looking confused as well.
That's fair.
And that was pretty much it.
And that's the story of you and all your friends got blocked by Jacob Elodie. Is that his name? I forgot. I haven't got a very long attention span.
Anyway, thanks everyone. Thanks to our live audience, our live studio audience for coming out today.
This is the second podcast we recorded with a live audience.
We need like a reality show, like outro music, you know? And then everyone can just imagine that we're like readjusting our papers and like talking to our funny little like that was a good episode.
We need to have a camera. We set up a camera up there.
Good episode.
We'll
put it
to the
in
roof,
the
by the
Grogu.
way, guys.
Put a camera in Grogu. You should put a hidden camera in Grogu. That'd be a great idea.
Yes, that would be.
Don't say. I know where you're going with this. Don't say it.
That'd be a great idea. There's nowhere else I'm going with that.
Interesting. Yeah. So this is the point where like we'll have our outro music, you know?
Yeah.
I'll just slowly start muting us. Yeah, it's like dun 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 and like some like cheering. Like, ooh yeah, Two Beans. We love that.
Live audience was recorded in front of a live audience.
One day.
No, we've done two of them.
Wait, yeah,
neither of them paid attention to us.
Audience.
Neither of them paid attention to us.
No.
Except for when I was talking about not having autism.
Funny because you're getting married to one of them. Yeah, the only time she piped in was to say you're autistic. So that speaks wonders.
And we're clear.